Many thanks to Close Vanilla Servers, Husk RP, Fatal Attraction Squad, CF Tools Cloud, Sovereign RP Server, the Stronger Community, the Karma Crew Servers, Friendly DayZ Podcast, DayZ Servers, and DayZ Servers hosts for making this video possible. The DayZ devs have dropped a bombshell of info on us, confirming that Codelocks and rebuilding are coming with Badlands, so I'm going to be going over the details that they shared with us and explain how Codelocks and base building will work. The much requested Codelocks have officially been confirmed finally and will work on both existing base gates and the new rebuildable structures that we're going to get in Badlands as shown in this image here. They will require a 9-volt battery that will need to be replaced because if you don't keep an eye on the remaining power of this battery, the Codelock will automatically unlock when it reaches 0. I'm guessing you just attach it to your gate or door like a combination lock, but when you interact with it, you will get what's said to be a controller-friendly pin input. This probably means that there's going to be a new UI menu that will appear on your screen to interact with the code lock, and then you navigate between the buttons using the D-pad on controller, or using a mouse on PC, or maybe you can just type in the numbers on your keyboard. The back of the code lock is likely to be where you can set the pin of the code lock, but we got no details on how exactly this works, and nor do we know if the input of the pin is required on the inside of the base to get out of the base. I'm guessing it's not though, as there's no code interface on this side, and there's a big button with a key on it that maybe opens the door quickly. What we do know though is that the battery level can be seen from the inside of the base here. These battery bars are going to show us how much battery is remaining, which means that players outside the base can't see your battery level and can't just wait around for your base to automatically unlock. And these code locks will also come with brute force protection. If a player on the outside enters the wrong code too many times, it stops you from entering the code entirely for a certain amount of time, meaning that players cannot easily eco-raid a base by guessing the code, much like you can with combination locks, with unlocking the door from the inside, resetting this brute force protection mode, so you'll be able to enter your base again quickly if you need to. Other players cannot destroy the code lock by shooting it when it's attached to the door, but you can when it's not attached, which means you can damage the code lock when it's on the floor, and you can use an electronic repair kit to increase its quality levels. So I'm guessing that quality levels will mean something on code locks and is probably going to determine how quickly the battery will drain, much like how car batteries work at the moment. If the confirmation of Codelocks wasn't enough for you, they also confirmed yesterday during a teaser trailer that rebuilding will be coming with Badlands, and then today they released another video showcasing what's possible, with a dev blog going into more details of what it's all about. Basically, 20 different ruined house variants in the Stara can be fortified, so you can barricade the walls, roofs, floors, doors and windows of these structures, and what you decide to barricade is up to you. You don't need to restore the entire structure at once. You can block off just one room, or you can block off the roof of the structure instead, then expand the base later obviously, with player built walls being buildable outside of these houses, so you can include many different structures inside your base walls, or you can block off a whole ass area and create your own little compound. These 20 different houses are found in over 5,000 locations on the map, with easier to reach locations having less destroyed houses, meaning they require less resources in order to barricade, but are in heavy foot traffic areas to balance out the resources required. This is intended to make remote locations harder to build in, because obviously everybody wants to build in these remote locations where other players are not, maybe meaning that these base variations we saw a year ago are going to be used in this way. The more remote the location, the more destroyed the model of the structure is going to be, and the more you need in order to rebuild it. So there's more than 20 variations really, it's probably like 50 or 80 based on this screenshot. As seen in the gameplay footage, the more destroyed a house is, the more rubble there will be, and you need a shovel in order to clear that rubble, and when you do clear that rubble, you get base building resources when the action is finished, which then allows you to access a base building menu to attach resources to the structure. This includes the new bricks and mortar seen here, but you can also add logs, planks, nails, metal sheets and metal wires. When these slots are filled with the correct amount of resources, you can then go up to what I'm calling nodes of the structure, such as this wall node here allows you to build a wooden wall with nails and planks most likely, with a window node here allowing you to build a window here, with a new crafting UI to display what's required, so you can see the tool and you can see how many of each resource is going to be needed. You can then select what you want to build here, with wood and stone walls being confirmed, but it also looks like you can choose what type of wall you want to put here. So you can put a wall with a window or a wall without a window. Maybe there are other options, so that's pretty cool because you can create a window node on top of a wall node. Windows look to be wooden or metal, but maybe you can block these off entirely because the door nodes do allow you to block it off completely with bricks, mortar and the trowel tool here, or you can create a metal sheet or wooden door here, and then these doors allow the new code lock to be attached to them. As for raiding these structures, the barricades themselves can be destroyed. They do have durability, they do have health that you can drain, and it's confirmed that using different materials will make a base easier or harder to raid. My guess is that stone is obviously going to be the hardest to destroy, and then metal and then wood is going to be the easiest to raid, with it looking like everything you attach to a structure can be removed if you do enough damage to it, or be dismantled from the inside, maybe with a tool like the crowbar. The devs said that it doesn't matter which building you barricade, the barricades you build have the same health in every location, but I'm guessing some structures will be easier to defend than others based on the location of the structure, the internal layout of the building, and where those nodes are positioned on it. We don't know if these barricades decay over time, require maintenance due to sandstorms destroying them. Maybe that's a feature, it's probably not. But by the wording that was used in the dev blog, they'll probably work a lot like traditional base building walls, requiring you to interact with them every 45 days, or they will refresh automatically if you have a flagpole nearby. What we know for sure though is that other than Codelocks, there are no traditional base building changes in this patch. So this means that Badlands won't come with any major changes to base building apart from this barricading system. So that likely means we cannot build stone gates or stone walls in the middle of a field if we want to, even though we do have trowels, bricks and mortar in the game. And this barricading feature will strictly be on Nestara for now, but it does look like the devs are keeping an open mind about adding it to other maps in the future. The Codelocks and rebuilding will be coming October this year. We got a confirmed month for the release of Badlands. No exact date yet though, and we'll probably get some sort of experimental during September or maybe early October. And we also got to hear Morse code on the Road to Badlands release teaser the other day. So this spells out SOS, or basically help, pretty much confirming that there is going to be Morse code transmissions over the radio on Nestara. To correct a mistake I made in a previous video, this isn't a palace building with a torture chamber under it. This is the mosque building. So there are mosques on this map, but it looks like the rest of the features are true. Video here if you do want to check those features out. Now when I made my rebuilding is coming video, a lot of you made some good points and it was completely mixed. Some people were for it, some people against it. So are you actually going to bother building a base? Is it too much effort? And also, solo players are going to have less loot because certain buildings are going to be barricaded around the map. So this does create a lot of interesting discussion. The devs really want to know your opinion on this, and we got some good detail on what rebuilding is now. So do you feel the same way as you did back then? Do you believe that rebuilding is a good mechanic? And a similar question to those that create stashes in DayZ, will you actually barricade a house or will you just stick to stashes? And to those that don't want to barricade and just want to build a base very far away where nobody is, will you be doing that instead of barricading? As for Codelocks, they will be coming to all platforms, but we don't know for sure if they're coming to all maps. They most likely are. Let me know your take on rebuilding and Codelocks so far, remembering that these features are still a work in progress, so your feedback could help change them for the better. Thank you very much for watching. Have a good day.